Shall we pray? Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the officers of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country, and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen. Before I render my convocation, honorable members, and Your Excellency the Governor, I wish to ask the honorable members and Your Excellency that we kindly be upstanding and observe a minute of silence in honor of our brothers and sisters who lost their lives in Garissa University through a senseless act of terrorism. A minute of silence. Thank you very much. You can take your seats. Honorable members, Section 30, subsection 2K of the County Governments Act 2012 provides that, subject to the Constitution, the Governor shall deliver annual State of the County address containing such matters as may be specified in the county legislation. Section 30, subsection 3F and G provides, in performing the functions under subsection 2 above, the Governor shall be accountable for the management and use of the county resources and promote and facilitate citizen participation in the development of policies and plans and delivery of services in the county. Further, Standing Order number 18.1 provides that the Governor shall address a sitting of the County Assembly once every year and at any other time upon request. In line with the said legal provisions, this County Assembly, in a resolution in respect of motion number 6 in this third session, dated 3rd March 2015, did urge His Excellency the Governor to issue a State of County address as a matter of course. Thereafter, the Honorable Ramadhan Ali Werambo, member for Kiplombe Ward and leader of minority in the House, did ask for a statement in that regard in sitting number 19 of this third session on 31st March 2015. The same was responded to by the Honorable Josephat Luwoi, member for Karuna Meibeki Ward and leader of majority in the House during sitting number 16 on 25th March 2015. Clearly stating that the Governor had requested to address a sitting of this County Assembly today, Thursday, 9th April 2015 at 2:30 p.m. Honorable members, consequently, I did communicate the same to the House with the concurrence of the House Business Committee. The public has been duly notified and sufficient sitting arrangements made to enable those in attendance to follow the proceedings comfortably. Also, elaborate attempts have been made to screen and stream these proceedings live through CAS TV and Radio Upendo for the benefit of those who are not able to access our extended public gallery. They may follow the proceedings from the comfort of their houses or conveniences. Honorable members, you all are aware that our challenge in this new assembly is space, bearing in mind that we are using the inherited refurbished chambers of the defunct Warren County Council. We hope that in fullness of time and availability of resources, we shall avail our electorate a modern and more comfortable assembly. I thank members in the public gallery and even the extended gallery for their understanding. Honorable members, Standing Order number 2014 provides that when delivering an address to the county assembly, the governor shall be heard in silence, and the address shall not be followed by any comment or question. However, a member may, as soon as is practicable thereafter, lay the address on the table of the county assembly. A notice of motion shall thereafter follow, and the motion may be debated for not more than 4 sitting days. I hope, honorable members, you are properly guided. It is now my honor to ask His Excellency, the Governor of Uasin Gishu, to address the sitting of the County Assembly. Welcome, Your Excellency.
The Speaker of the County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, our Senator in absentia, the County Executive members, the national government officials present, members of the judiciary, members of the County Public Service Board, chief executives of state corporations, our development partners, invited guests, fellow residents of Uasin Gishu, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to address this special sitting in line with my constitutional obligation to outline the state of county in my second year in office. During my inauguration, I took an oath to serve you with dedication, and this commitment is still fresh in my mind as you gave me the mandate to run the affairs of this great county. That time, we identified our main challenges and laid out our strategies that have defined our work on how to take this great county to prosperity. Honorable Speaker, the message I bring to you today is one of hope, determination, resilience, and purpose with anticipatory success. It gives voice to a vision of where we have been, where we are, and where we must go. A vision that foresees a community where everyone in our diverse population has a true and unfettered access to prosperity and self-sufficiency. We have endeavored in line with the Constitution to engage public in implementation of our development agenda. Honorable Speaker, the benchmarking by other counties is an indication we are doing well as a county. My government is working very closely with the national government to ensure that there is adequate security and harmony amongst all the communities residing in this county. This has given us a conducive environment that has attracted several investors. The county is now a host to many universities, constituent colleges of universities, banking institutions, and upcoming new industries. Despite various challenges, we have endeavored to create a culture of efficiency and accountability. This calls for concerted effort by all the stakeholders to ensure that we achieve this. Indeed, I want to sincerely take this opportunity to appreciate the support you have all given me along this journey. Honorable Speaker, allow me on the onset to thank the following members of this House for the diligent contributions in legislation, oversight, and representation rules. So far, this House has passed 26 pieces of legislation. To all of you, I say a big thank you. The invited guests, members of the public present, and those who are watching or listening to us in various media across this county and beyond, I say thank you for joining us. My staff, for their commitment to working together to deliver the vision of this great county. Honorable Speaker, allow me now to highlight the achievements we've made in various sectors in the last 2 years of devolution. Agriculture, Livestock Development and Fisheries. Honorable Speaker, the Department of Agriculture, Livestock Development and Fisheries is a key area of focus in my government. The mandate of the department is to improve the livelihoods of the county residents through promotion of commercial farming. We seek to realize these objectives through appropriate policies and legal frameworks, effective support service, and natural resource management for sustainable development. Honorable Speaker, maize and wheat are major cereals grown in this county. This sector has witnessed a number of challenges in the past, right from planting to harvesting. My government, in an effort to manage post-harvest losses, procured through mobile dryers for our farmers and refurbished various cereal stores such as Merewet, Moiben, Sosiani, and farmer cooperative stores to create more storage space for National Cereal and Produce Board to buy more cereals from farmers. We have also built 2 new stores in Simbi and Tugen Estate in collaboration with the national government and development partners. Honorable Speaker, in addition, my government has continued to lobby national government to allocate more money to the National Cereals and Produce Board and Kenya Seed to allow the institutions to adequately purchase produce from farmers and deliver farm inputs. This year, we held a forum to draw a roadmap of resource requirement to meet farmers' needs. In the forum, we established that for National Cereals and Produce Board to be able to buy all the maize and wheat produced in Kenya, it requires Kenya shillings 8 billion. Kenya Seed requires Kenya shillings 3 billion to subsidize seed, while Kenya Agricultural Livestock Research Organization, CALRO, requires 3 billion to manage emerging crop and animal diseases such as the maize lethal necrotic disease. Honorable Speaker, the onus now is on the National Assembly to allocate 20 billion as a means of assuring food security in Kenya to the Ministry of Agriculture. My government is currently engaging other counties that experience drought with a view of establishing other markets besides the National Cereals and Produce Board for farmers to sell their produce. Honorable Speaker, my government has identified horticulture and dairy farming as a key potential that will boost the economy of this county. In the endeavor to actualize this dream, my government allocated 30 million to horticulture business strategy, which identified 7 priority crops, namely tissue culture banana, passion fruits, avocados, potatoes, local vegetables, green beans, and summer flowers. The crops are grown in various parts of the county based on ecological sustainability. Market for the produce has been identified through exporters such as Equatorial Hortifresh, Nuru Exporters, Kenya Fresh and Vegfro for passion fruit and avocado, Kanken Exporters, East African Growers, and Finlay for fresh beans and snow peas, and Wilma Exporters for summer flowers. In addition, my government has established 30 fruit nurseries, 1 in every ward, to ensure farmers have constant supply of certified fruit seedlings. Youth and farmer groups that benefited from the project were trained at Chebororwo Agricultural Training Center on good agricultural practices to ensure our produce meet global standards. This financial year, my government has allocated money for the construction of a multi-purpose hall at Chebororwo ATC to ensure improved training services. Honorable Speaker, Negotiations with prospective exporters are underway to enable the county export horticulture produce direct from Eldoret International Airport to Europe and the Middle East. This shall not only ensure optimum use of the airport, but also provide employment opportunities for our farmers and the youth. In order to ensure precision farming, my government carried out soil analysis of 1,000 soil samples from across the county. The results indicate an average pH of 4.6, which has informed purchase of appropriate fertilizer to ensure optimum yields. From the soil testing results, areas suitable for growing maize, wheat, potatoes, cabbages, and tomatoes have been mapped out. In addition, my government will purchase a stationary soil testing laboratory for continuous analysis. Furthermore, Kenya shillings 10 million has been allocated to agricultural mechanization services to purchase assorted machinery, which is anticipated to lower the cost of production for farmers. Honorable Speaker, my government has noted the challenges in field extension services, and to address this, we have committed funds for the purchase of vehicles and motorcycles to move and revamp extension services in the county. Honorable Speaker, there has been a decline in dairy production over the last 2 decades in the livestock sector. This is attributed to poor genetics, which is a result of use of bulls that have led to inbreeding. To address this, my government allocated Kenya shillings 13 million to purchase both conventional and sexed semen, which are being distributed through farmer cooperative societies at the moment. We have subsidized the cost of semen by 50%, and so far, 316 cows have been served through this program. I therefore urge our farmers to take full advantage of this subsidy to improve their dairy breeds. Honorable Speaker, one of the major challenges in the livestock sector is prevalence of diseases, which has led to huge economic losses. This has an adverse socio-economic impact on our county because 80% of our residents derive their livelihood from this sector. It is for this reason that my government allocated Kenya shillings 13 million to purchase vaccines. Through this program, we have vaccinated 150,000 livestock, which is 50% of our total population of livestock in the county. In the year 2014-15, up from 20,000 in the year 2013-14. Our target is to meet the required 80% in the next financial year, and in the long run, attain disease-free zone status. Honorable Speaker, attaining disease-free zone status requires cooperation with our neighboring counties. Towards this, my government held regional consultative meeting from which action plans were drawn to ensure disease control through synchronized regional surveillance and vaccination is done. Further, a total of 166 cattle dips were rehabilitated in 2013-14 financial year, and another 159 rehabilitated this financial year at a cost of 54.6 million. Honorable Speaker, my government recognizes the role played by women in the economy and allocated Kenya shillings 10 million to purchase and distribute 50,000 improved kienyeji chicken through Inua Mama project. This project targets 15 women groups per ward, which totals to 450 groups in the county, and will benefit 10,000 women per year. The poultry project will empower women economically and improve nutritional needs of their families, thereby promoting a healthy population. Hypothetically, if 40,000 chicks survive to laying stage, our women will be able to collect 40,000 eggs per day. Say for 20 days a month and sell at Kenya shillings 10 per egg will translate to 96 million per year. Moreover, the women will earn additional 9 million from the sale of cockerels, which may make 30% of the 50,000 chicks. This will go a long way in alleviating poverty and thus improving the living standards of over 10,000 households and contribute significantly to the economy of the county. Honorable Speaker, despite the huge potential in fish farming, the fisheries sector has not received much attention due to socio-cultural beliefs and our people's resistance to new ventures. To change this attitude and to reduce our reliance on traditional food sources, my government has embarked on an aggressive campaign to diversify sources of food and income. It is for this reason that we allocated 5 million to purchase 500,000 fingerlings, to restock 408 fish ponds and 4 dams, namely Keses, Siwa, Kiboswa, and Strobak. It is expected that 90% of the 500,000 fingerlings will attain 300 grams in the next 8 months and earn a total of Kenya shillings 60 million for the farmers when they sell. Honorable Speaker, to ensure reliable supply of fingerlings to fish farmers, my government allocated 10 million to put up a fish hatchery in collaboration with the University of Eldridge. The fingerlings, therefore, shall be available to our Uasin Gishu farmers at a subsidized cost. Honorable Speaker, allow me to acknowledge the complementary support of the national government through establishment of liquid nitrogen plant at the Veterinary Investigation Laboratories, Eldred, and for the donation of coolers and AI kits to 5 cooperative societies. I also thank the Dutch government through SNV for their support in capacity building programs. Trade, Industrialization, Enterprise Development, Tourism and Wildlife Management Department. Honorable Speaker, in trade, industrialization, enterprise development, tourism and wildlife management, my government has strengthened trade development by enhancing interactions with business community through promotion of entrepreneurship and innovation carried out in participatory workshops and exhibitions. One of the key priority areas in this sector is the regular mutual interaction and engagement with the business community, which has enhanced an enabling environment possible for public-private sector to grow and thrive. Our goal is to support entrepreneurs in the county and turn the ideas into great opportunities. In this regard, we are in partnership with the local chapter of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Eldred Chapter, government agencies such as Export Promotion Council, Can Invest, to achieve this goal. We have signed a memorandum of understanding with Kenya Industrial Estates to carry out resource mapping and investment opportunities in the county. In addition, in the past 1 year, we have noted and appreciated the potential of the Juakali sector in economic growth, and we supported Juakali Association by facilitating 3 Juakali Nguvu Kazi exhibitions at the county, national and regional level in Kigali, Rwanda. This is one of the long-term ways of nurturing talent in the micro, small and medium enterprises in order to accelerate industrial growth. Inconsistencies in our fee licensing system due to incorrect coding of businesses. The business mapping report showed that approximately 48% of the 20,000 businesses in the county did not have a single business permit, while some of those with permits underpaid. In the past, my government has faced challenges with some professional firms in payment of business licenses. In this regard, we intend to introduce a bill to this House to legislate on the appropriate fee to be paid by such businesses in the future. Honorable Speaker, to ensure fair business practices and compliance, we have strengthened weights and measures section which is charged with the calibration of machines, inspection of standards, and prosecution in case of failure to comply with the set standards. In this pursuit, we've carried out calibration of equipment and the compliance rate is now over 90%. In collaboration with our major institutions, we've managed to woo investors who wish to partner with the county to establish major projects in textile, solar energy at Plateau, and agro-processing. Upcoming projects include a solar assembly line at the Rift Valley Technical Training Institute, a computer assembly line, and textile at Rivertex. Potato processing machine will also be set up in Eldoret Town. Honorable Speaker, cooperative movement is one of the key drivers of economic growth on the grassroots level. When I came in, the county had 468 registered cooperative societies, out of which 122 were active. My government has put in place measures to continuously revive cooperative societies in the county. We have also done capacity building on governance and compliance by conducting 42 workshops and 48 meetings. As a result, 33 new cooperative societies have been registered and 6 sub-county border circles have been registered too. In order to strengthen the cooperative movement, my government has allocated Kenya shillings 20 million to Cooperative Enterprise Fund as a revolving fund to provide low-interest credit to cooperative societies after embarking on capacity building of over 50 and auditing 133 cooperative societies in order to comply with the law. In addition, we are working with the national government and other development partners to provide milk coolers to cooperative societies, and we have given out 2 coolers to Kaptagat and Jepkatet farmers cooperative societies through this initiative. Honorable Speaker, in the tourism sector, my government allocated Kenya shillings 6 million for initial construction of Chagaya High Altitude Training Camp for sports tourism, and Kenya shillings 10 million for River Susiani Nature and Recreation Park. We have also identified Keses Dam, Sirikwa Caves, and Koromosho Waterfalls as community-based tourist sites. We are also in the process of developing Chebororwa Wildlife Conservancy in conjunction with the Kenya Wildlife Services, and currently a feasibility study is ongoing. My government, in collaboration with neighboring counties in the North Rift, has established a tourism information center in Eldoret to promote North Rift region as a tourist destination hub. In addition, my government has promoted meetings, investments, conference and exhibitions, resulting in increased bed capacity in our hotels. Honorable Speaker, the Lands and Housing and Fiscal Planning Department is mandated to carry out land survey, mapping and maintenance of boundaries and fences, spatial planning and development control, housing research, development and management, land administration and valuation, and management of urban areas. My government, in collaboration with the National Land Commission and Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, is in the process of repossessing a good number of public utility lands that include part of Kipchoge Keino Stadium, Langas Resco's Health Center land, and cattle holding ground opposite the Veterinary Investigation Laboratory. We have forwarded over 50,000 cases to the National Land Commission. Among them are Moiben Township, Arts Theatre, Kiplombe Dispensary, Kapsoya Gardens, among others. Honorable Speaker, in our program of land banking, we have facilitated expansion of existing and proposed public utilities covering sectors of education, health, water, and roads. This has been achieved through purchase of land for the following projects: expansion of Kosirai North ECDE, expansion of Chukura Dispensary, proposed Langas Youth Polytechnic, proposed Chagaya High Altitude Training Center, Chebarus Waterpan, Toigoin Murgor Link Road, Sinonin Dispensary, and expansion of Kaptoro Bridge, among others. All these projects have costed Kenya shillings 15 million. My government recognizes importance of land use planning in ensuring proper infrastructure and preservation of agricultural land. Through spatial planning and development control program, we have developed land use standards and regulations 2014 to 2017 for both Eldoret municipality and rural areas, which are now in force. I urge all citizens to familiarize themselves with the requirements of these regulations. We have also completed preparation of local fiscal development plans for Tumoge Trading Center in Tuluet, Chuyad Ward, Karandili Trading Center in Karona Meibeki Ward, and Siwa Market in Siwa Ward. Many others are in the process of preparation. In collaboration with the National Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, the county has secured funding for integrated strategic urban development plan for Eldoret Town, and procurement of a planning consultant is underway. In support of proper planning for our health and educational facilities, we have prepared site layout advisory plans for Ban Forest, Ziwa, and Tarbo sub-county hospitals and for other several schools. Honorable Speaker, to increase the housing stock, my government has entered into partnership with the National Social Security Fund, National Housing Corporation, Weihai International Economic and Technical Corporation of China, through signing of Memorandum of Understanding and Public-Private Partnership Financing Framework for the development of whole old county houses and construction of new and modern high-rises housing estates to increase the housing stock. The estates targeted for redevelopment include Kidiwa, Macharia, Uhuru, Kapsuswa, Tomboya, Mayabi, Pioneer, while Saruyot and Elgonview have been identified for new developments. In addition, my government has formulated the County Housing Corporation and the housing policy to guide the housing sector. A number of government housing estates have undergone repairs in the current financial year. In addressing the rampant road encroachment, which has led to narrow roads in our county, my government, in collaboration with the Survey of Kenya, successfully carried out survey and beaconing of county roads, covering a total of 109 kilometers in Kuinet, Kapsuswa Ward, Kimumu Ward, Kapseret, Simat, and Tuluet, Chuyat wards. This exercise has led to successful restoration of our roads to the required standards of 9 meters, 12 meters, and 15 meters wide. In this financial year, I further allocated Kenya shillings 10 million for phase 2 of this project that will cover another 200 kilometers. Honorable Speaker, in order to fast-track land survey service and improve on resource mapping and maintenance of property boundaries, we have purchased modern survey equipment which include GPS, kinematic model, and a plotter at a cost of 5.7 million. Honorable Speaker, in our efforts to improve service delivery in our fast-growing towns, we have embarked on enhancing revenue generation from land rates for rateable properties. Towards this, we have finalized valuation roll for Moisbridge Town at a cost of Kenya shillings 5.8 million. We have also commenced procurement process for preparation of a new valuation roll for Eldoret municipality, which we intend to complete in the financial year 2015-16. At the same time, we are cleaning land records and capturing lands that have not been registered in the rates system. This will eliminate duplication and bring in all rateable properties. Honorable Speaker, in an effort to fast-track titling of land in the county, my government is facilitating settling of land disputes in the following farms: Keses, Keljin, Chemalal, Nyakinywa, Bayete, Wendani farms, among others. My government, in collaboration with National Land Commission, successfully recruited County Land Management Board members and facilitated the operationalization of their offices. This has assisted the county in settling land disputes and safeguarding of public land. Roads, Transport and Public Works Department. Honorable Speaker, the Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works is vested with the responsibility of providing holistic and integrated transport system within the county, as well as operating and maintaining an efficient, safe and cost-effective transport system. When I took over, a majority of the roads were impassable and traffic congestion in Eldoret town was high. The confusion in which roads to be managed by the county, KERA, Kenya Rural Roads Authority, Kenya Urban Roads Authority, and the Kenya National Highway took a toll on us. However, although the matter is still pending in court, as a county, we've been able to closely work together with the regional heads of these agencies. My government has set standards of workmanship for all road works within the county, regardless of the agency implementing. In an effort to address the challenges, my government embarked on a serious management of traffic flow in Eldoret town by opening up new roads such as Kipchoge, Dola, Moi Girls, Bypass, Lance, Campsite End Road, construction of 64 Cargo and Muliro streets to bitumen standards, rehabilitation of Kimathi Street, opening up of Eldoret Iten Road, and development of footpaths along Eldoret Iten Road and Kisumu Road to Langas. Widening of Kiplombe Soi Road, recarpeting of Fims Road, construction of the bridge across River Soshani to link Fims Road to Panvilla Pioneer Health Center, which is also being tarmacked. In rural areas, my government has constructed 8 major bridges and 1 box culvert at a cost of 182.2 million, which are at various levels of implementation. These bridges are Megun, Songoliet in Megun Ward, with an aim of opening up access to Moi University and Ongata Megun Health Center. Kaptoro Bridge, connecting Kipkenyo and Kapsaos wards, with an aim of opening up a bypass to Kisumu Road for people heading to Eldoret International Airport, Kapsabet and Kisumu. Lower Sosiani Bridge in Kamagud Ward, St. George's St. James Bridge in Kapseret Ward, Kaboi Bridge connecting Kiplombe Ward and Soi wards, Kamyangi Bridge connecting Kuinet Kapsuso Ward and Sergoet wards, Soi Kipsomba Bridge connecting Soi and Kipsomba wards, and Oldonyo Lesos Bridge connecting Uruma and Kipkenyo wards, and Kaptai Mogoiwet Box Culvert in Soi ward. Honorable Speaker, during the financial year 2013-14, my government allocated 600 million to the department for the development of projects. Of this amount, 30% was given to registered groups and contractors of youth, women, and persons with disabilities through contracts. A total of 90 contracts were awarded at a cost of 1 million per ward, totaling to 30 million for youth, women, and persons with disability. In addition, 60 contracts were awarded to contractors at a cost of 150 million to construct 480 culverts and backfill the same at a cost of 5 million per ward. Honorable Speaker, we have also upgraded the following streets to bitumen standards: 64 Street, Cargo Street, Muliro Street, and rehabilitated Kimathi Street at a cost of 176.3 million. This has enhanced free flow of traffic in the central business district. Honorable Speaker, when I took over, there was inadequate capacity in terms of road construction equipment, personnel to manage and supervise the roadworks, and inadequate procurement staff. My government adopted government-to-government procurement to hasten this process, hence enabling us to hire equipment from the National Youth Service and Mechanical and Transport Fund. This enabled us in the financial year 2013-14 to grade a total of 840 kilometers at an average of 28 kilometers per ward, and also gravel a total of 45 kilometers. To increase efficiency and reliability in road construction and maintenance, my government in the last financial year purchased equipment worth 625 million. These machines include 9 graders, 9 tippers, 3 water bossers, 3 rollers, 3 backhoe loaders for drainage excavation and loading, 3 excavators, 1 complete with a hammer breaker, 1 prime mover and a low bed, 1 dozer, 1 wheel loader, 2 canter trucks, 3 double cabin and 1 single cabin pickups for supervision and fuel distribution respectively, 12 culvert making balloons, 3 concrete mixers, 3 vibrators, and 6 generators with flood light masts. Honorable Speaker, my government has been responding to various disasters and emergency rescue services in a timely manner within the county and at times when called upon by neighboring counties. In order to reduce time due to fire incidents in high-risk areas due to the presence of many fuel tankers, as a result of proximity to the Kenya pipeline depot along Eldoret-Bungoma Highway, my government is constructing a fire substation at Mailine at a cost of Kenya shillings 26 million. In collaboration with our partners, we intend to establish a disaster management training center in the county. We have also procured a rapid response vehicle for the fire section at a cost of 15.8 million. Honorable Speaker, in order to improve security and promote a 24-hour economy in our county, my government allocated 95 million for solar and conventional street lighting. The solar lighting will cover Eldoret Airport to Central Business District, all sub-county headquarters, that is Moiben, Siwa, Banforest, Tarbo, Wanif, and Keses, and other upcoming shopping centers in the county, while the conventional lighting will cover Kapsoya, Elgon View, Irax Pastoral, Kipkaren Estate, Railway Coca-Cola Road, and KPA areas. Honorable Speaker, my government in the current financial year has allocated additional 12 million for street lighting, which will cover bus parks and markets which include Main Stage, Takore, Tarbo, Moist Bridge stages, Wholesale Market, Retail Market, West Market, and Sukunanga. Honorable Speaker, in the financial year 2014-15, my government allocated 632 million for road construction and maintenance, bridges, culverts, and drainage works. So far, we have graded 1,120 kilometers out of our target of 1,200 kilometers. Grading in 2 wards, Siwa and Soi, are ongoing. At the same time, 120 kilometers of our targeted 360 kilometers of roads have been graveled. In addition, we are also constructing 1.5 kilometers of roads to bitumen standard at a cost of 28 million at Iten Junction Veterinary Coca-Cola Road and Oldonyo Lesos Banvilla Pioneer Health Center. We are also in the process of constructing bridges at Moi University Jesunet and Kipkorgot and 3 box culverts at Mgwen Chebolol, Kiloga Jeptigit, and Chelogo Songit at a cost of 50 million. Honorable Speaker, my government has enacted Uasin Gishu County Transport Act number 23 of 2014, which seeks to operationalize the County Roads Authority and the County Mechanical and Transport Fund for management of machinery and equipment. It will also help in the management of taxis, borders, trolleys, and parking in our towns. In addition, my government has also enacted Uasin Gishu County Way Leaves Act number 11 of 2014, which allows staff to access private and public property to clean and cut meter drainage in order to protect our roads from stormwater damage. Honorable Speaker, in collaboration with the national government and the World Bank, my government is implementing the Kenya Municipal Program and the Kenya Informal Sector Settlement Improvement Program KISIP to improve infrastructure in Eldoret Town. Honorable Speaker, allow me to briefly outline the main activities we have undertaken in each of these programs in the last 2 years. Under the Kenya Municipal Programs, non-motorized transport, which involves construction of pedestrian footpaths and walkways; solid waste management through construction of sanitary landfill in Kipkenyo; disaster management, which involves provision of additional fire engine, other firefighting equipment, and construction of fire substations; stormwater drain improvement, meant to improve a drainage master plan for Eldoret municipality to address the perennial problem of storm water; traffic signals consultancy and automation of the passback to control traffic within the Eldoret CBD; installation of floodlights in informal settlements to improve security and boost business environment. KISI programs, we have done roadworks, sewerage works, street lighting, water supply, and stormwater drainage and sanitation works in Kamkunji, Uruma, and Mwenderi, Munyaka, Hill School, Rescos, Kambi Nairobi, Kimumu Hawaii, and Langas. Under the Kenya Slum Upgrading Program, KENSUP, construction of multi-story tuition and administration block at Uruma Primary, construction of Kimumu Market off Eldoret E10 Road, construction of Langas sewer line from Eldoret Polytechnic to Cherunya. Honorable Speaker, allow me to acknowledge the support of the World Bank, IFAD, SIDA, and the Government of Kenya in construction of roads, food bridges, sanitation facilities, lighting installation, and slum upgrading programs. Environment, Water, Energy, and Natural Resources Department. Honorable Speaker, environmental conservation is paramount in my government, and I have undertaken various programs aimed at sustainably protecting and conserving our ecosystem. To increase the forest cover in the county, my government procured and planted 200,000 seedlings of various species in the last financial year. 8 schools per ward were involved in the program, and each was supplied with 800 seedlings. In an effort to rehabilitate urban rivers and reduce pollution, my government, in partnership with the national government, planted 120,000 assorted indigenous tree seedlings along River Sosiani. In addition, my government allocated a further 4 million for purchase of assorted seedlings in the current financial year for distribution. My government has also allocated 7 million to rehabilitate Nandi Park to serve as a recreation site and beautification of the town. Honorable Speaker, solid waste management over the years has posed a challenge due to rapid population increase resulting from rural-urban migration and the changing trends and characteristics of waste. When I took over, the defunct Eldoret Municipal Council and Warren County Council are 2 of operational refuse trucks and 2 farm trucks for waste management within the county. To improve this essential service, my government in 2013 financial year procured 5 refuse trucks, 2 tractors, 2 tractor-operated skip loaders, 40 skip containers, and 100 eco-liter bins at a cost of Kenya shillings 90 million. These have been distributed across the county to centers such as Tarbo, Siwa, Moisbridge, Burn Forest, and Moiben, among others. The purchase of this machinery has reduced the lead time in collection and transportation of waste to the dump site. Also, my government awarded a contract of supply of additional 40 skip containers to be distributed across the county so as to meet the ever-increasing rate of waste generation. Honorable Speaker, to inculcate the culture of clean environment to members of the public, my government has organized numerous campaigns and cleanup exercises in various markets, townships, and estates within the county. Honorable Speaker, access to clean and potable water is a critical necessity. As such, my government started the process of rehabilitating and maintaining our 6 water supply points at Moise Bridge, Tarbo, Kipkabos, Ban Forest, Sosiani, and Sambut. In 2013-14 financial year, my government rehabilitated Kipkabos Dam and constructed a water treatment plant at a cost of 39.46 million, which is expected to yield 4,000 cubic meters per day. This water supply is sustainable and reliable for users downstream because distribution is gravity-driven. In addition, we have also funded the desilting of the following dams: Chepchobit, Chepterit, Sosiani, Kapkures, and Cabenes, as a way of conserving water for commercial and domestic use. Honorable Speaker, to further increase access to water by the residents, my government allocated 1.5 million per ward, amounting to 45 million in the current financial year, to rehabilitate community water projects. This will go a long way in improving the economy at the grassroots level, as farmers will venture into horticulture. In addition, we are providing water tanks to public institutions for use in rainwater harvesting at a cost of Kenya shillings 3 million. I urge all institutions and individuals to adopt this mode of storage to increase water availability. In order to maintain and conserve water catchment areas, my government, in collaboration with the county government of Elgeyo Marakwet, has declared Kaptagat Forest a protected water tower. This will mitigate the destruction of natural forest and water catchment areas, which has led to the adverse shortage of water. A current case scenario being the 2 river dams. My government calls upon the national government and all stakeholders to partner with us in conserving these water towers for sustainable water supply. In the current financial year, my government allocated 3 million for purchase of water-friendly indigenous trees to be planted in these water catchment areas and riparian reserves. Honorable Speaker, we are in the process of expanding Eldoret water and sanitation water supply production by designing and constructing 2 other treatment plants at Elegarini and Kipkaren River. The 2 treatment plants are being funded by the World Bank to the tune of 358 million and 700 million respectively. The expansion will give an additional 7,000 cubic meters and 17,000 cubic meters per day respectively, which will breach our daily deficit of 13,000 cubic meters within Eldoret town and its environs. Honorable Speaker, to reform the water sector, we have recruited a new board of directors comprising of professionals in different fields in order to transform the County Water Corporation Eldowas. My government is keen in the management of the county corporation, and I have instructed the board of directors to ensure efficiency and accountability in the water supply. At this juncture, I wish to note that when the county government came into force, the corporation was making a huge loss. And with these reforms, the losses have reduced from Kenya shillings 103 million to 71 million last year. My government is keen in transforming this corporation into a profit-making entity. Honorable Speaker, green and clean energy in our homes and institutions is paramount. My government advocates for the use of environmental friendly sources of energy, such as solar and biogas. My government is partnering with Paul Boyd Boys Secondary School to set up a model biogas digester. This mode of energy will reduce over-dependency on firewood as a source of energy, which consumes huge volumes of forest trees, leading to environmental degradation. I urge all institutions to replicate this in order to conserve our environment. In line with this, my government has created an enabling environment for investors in this sector that has attracted investors such as Alten Energy Solutions, which is constructing a 40 megawatt solar plant at Plateau. Honorable Speaker, to increase access to electricity, my government has worked closely with the Rural Electrification Authority and the Kenya Power and Lighting Company to connect public institutions and informal settlements to the national grid. The informal settlements that have benefited from this include Munyaka, Langas, Saroyot, and Kipkaren estates. ICT and e-government department. Honorable Speaker, Kenya Vision 2030 recognizes the central role of information and communication technology in the economic development of the country. It is widely accepted that an ICT literate workforce is the foundation upon which Kenya can acquire the status of knowledge economy. It is in this light that my government has placed application of ICT in the provision of all services as a priority and indeed the center of its vision for development of this county. With the realization that ICT is interwoven in every aspect of our lives, whether in education, health, agriculture, commerce, transport, roads, and other sectors, my government is striving to ensure that ICT is integrated in all aspects of these economic activities. Honorable Speaker, over the last 2 years, my government embraced these new technologies to ensure that we better the lives of our people. The installation of a closed-circuit television at the county headquarters at a cost of Kenya shillings 8 million has greatly enhanced security, reduced corruption, and minimized loss of files at the central registry. We have allocated a further 5 million this financial year to install CCTV in key areas in town. Through this initiative, the county aims at making commendable strides in the fight against insecurity. To enhance communication within and outside the county, we have installed a communication system that includes a network infrastructure and a new telephone system and teleconferencing facility at a cost of 33 million. Revenue collection and management are key to service delivery. To enhance this and to minimize corruption and other forms of revenue leakages, my government is in the process of implementing a new revenue collection and management system at a cost of 38.7 million. This will go a long way in ensuring that we attain our revenue collection targets. The system will also enable residents living in far-flung areas of our county to make payments using mobile payment systems and thus saving them time and cost of traveling to Eldoret. Honorable Speaker, during this financial year, my government undertook a baseline geographic survey to provide key information about the county. The availability of this information on an online portal has come in handy for planning purposes. Honorable Speaker, availability, safety, and security of information is key to any organization. To achieve this, my government has developed a modern, state-of-the-art data center at a cost of 13.7 million. This facility shall ensure that all government systems and information are stored and available without disruption. To promote efficiency, transparency, and accountability in the health sector, my government allocated 12.5 million in automation of health facilities. Currently, work is ongoing in deployment of a health management system at our sub-county hospitals at Ziwa, Uruma, Ban Forest, and Tarbo, and the Uasin Gishu District Hospital. This shall be expanded to include Moisbridge, Kapteldon, and Jepkanga Health Centers, among others. Health Services Department. Honorable Speaker, on health services, my government is committed to providing equitable, affordable, and quality health care through appropriate policies and programs. For a long time, the public health sector has had its share of challenges in terms of infrastructure, equipment, and workforce, among others. In initial years of the devolved system, the health sector workers exhibited some resistance, which was characterized by industrial action, in their effort to maintain status quo. In regard to this, my government has addressed the challenges through practical, realistic, and workable frameworks. This has been achieved through training of personnel and development changes, such as upgrading of existing infrastructure and commodities so as to improve working environment and enhance provision of quality services. In the financial year 2013-14, Kenya shillings 120 million was allocated towards upgrading of levels 2 and 3 health facilities across the county, where each of the 30 wards received Kenya shillings 4 million. In the current financial year, we dispersed 2.6 million to various dispensaries and health centers in every ward. To date, each ward has received 6.6 million to fund prioritized community health needs. To ensure prudent use of this money, my government trained health projects management committees. Honorable Speaker, the government has begun an ambitious plan to upgrade one level 3 facility to level 4 in each sub-county. The facilities shall be fully equipped and managed by professionals to meet the medical needs of the people. These facilities are earmarked to be referral centers of the ward hospitals. The facilities are Turbo Health Center in Turbo Sub-County, Kapteldon Health Center in Kapseret Sub-County, Moiben Health Center in Moiben Sub-County, Keses Health Center in Keses Sub-County, Siwa Sirikwa Sub-County Hospital in Soy Sub-County, and Ban Forest Sub-County Hospital in Ainapkoi Sub-County. The initial phase of this upgrading has already been tendered at a cost of 102.5 million as part of an aggressive efforts towards transformation of healthcare services in the county. In the last 2 years, my government adopted a comprehensive approach to invest heavily in all aspects of health products and technologies so as to maintain reliable supply of these inputs as well as the requisite management systems for ensuring that they are affordable, effective, and of good quality and appropriately utilized. The current levels of investment in health products and technologies have gone a long way in capping frequent stockouts, inappropriate prescription, the risk of substandard and counterfeit products, and the high out-of-pocket expenditures on medical products previously witnessed in the sector. During the same period, my government procured and distributed essential medicines, diagnostic reagents, vaccines, and other non-pharmaceutical supplies using the pool system to all health facilities at a total cost of 140 million. Honorable Speaker, notwithstanding this commitment, occasional delays in delivery of commodities by our suppliers remains a challenge. Moving forward, our priorities will primarily target the ongoing reforms of supply system that will envisage establishment of a devolved regional supply arrangement, building of a county drug store, and automation of health facilities in order to achieve effective management and appropriate utilization of health commodities. In order to improve the referral system, my government has strengthened ambulatory system by allocating Kenya shillings 33 million for purchase of 4 modern ambulances at a cost of 8.3 million each. The World Health Organization has committed to donate to the county government an additional 6 ambulances. The aim is to have adequate and reliable fleet of ambulances that can respond to any emergency situation within the shortest time possible at no direct cost to the patient. Honorable Speaker, in the last 2 years, we have witnessed successful implementation and scale-up of package of interventions related to primary health care. Towards achieving local and international health targets, the interventions include free medical camps and outreaches that have enabled the residents to access HIV prevention services screening for non-communicable diseases such as various cancers, maternal and child health services. Honorable Speaker, with the support from stakeholders including the World Health Organization, national government, USAID, and the sister city of Minneapolis, we have successfully organized 78 free medical camps in the last 1 year and decentralized cancer screening to sub-county level so as to increase access. In addition, 3 cryotherapy machines have been received from the national government to manage for management of cancer of the cervix. Furthermore, we have procured diagnostic equipments and reagents for diagnosis of cancer of the prostate that will go a long way in the fight against the upsurge of cancer. Honorable Speaker, the county recently received a donation of a fully equipped mobile clinic by Her Excellency the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mrs. Margaret Kenyatta, through her Beyond Zero initiative. This will boost medical outreaches and transform maternal health care across the county. Honorable Speaker, one of the underinvested areas of all specialized medical care in the country is child health. The pediatric under 15 population has grown steadily and now stands at 451,402 in the county, and is projected to grow to 501,930 in the next 5 years. In view of this, my government has taken a bold initiative in collaboration with two key stakeholders, the University of Arizona in the United States and the University of Eldred, to roll out the construction of a world-class children and trauma center. This facility of its kind in the region will not only serve as diagnostic, curative, and rehabilitative center, but also as a teaching and training facility for medical and nursing students. In anticipation of this desired facility, experts from the Scottsdale city have begun training our nurses in various life support skills that will culminate in an exchange program between the two sister city institutions. Honorable Speaker, the health sector aims to ease the burden of communicable diseases by integrating comprehensive provision of services with the aim of providing access to all interventions in a given service area. For instance, we have established an eye facility within Huruma Hospital at a cost of 8.3 million. This will create an opportunity for patients with eye problems to undergo specialized treatment for the first time in a public facility within our county. Honorable Speaker, in order to address the shortage of staff in this sector, my government has allocated funds to employ additional 360 health workers in this financial year. This has been informed by staff rationalization, distribution, and workload analysis in our health facilities. Honorable Speaker, allow me to acknowledge the support by the national government to equip two of our hospitals, Ban Forest and Siwa Sirikwa sub-county hospitals, with modern diagnostic, therapeutic equipment. We also received gene expert machine from the national government for accurate diagnosis of tuberculosis. My government will leverage on this support to improve management of patients in our county. Education, Sports, Culture, and Social Services Department. Honorable Speaker, my government is cognizant of the fact that quality education is the engine that drives the success of any economy. In line with this, we have done the following to provide quality education, increase access, retention, and completion in our institutions of learning. We have employed 2 ECDE teachers for each public primary school, totaling to 1,000, to improve teaching and quality of education at this level. This has reduced the financial burden on the parents. Honorable Speaker, in order to provide conducive learning environment in our ECDE centers, we allocated Kenya shillings 50 million in the 2013-14 financial year and an additional 45 million in the current financial year to construct 6 ECDE classrooms in every ward. Furthermore, to increase access to education by the poor and vulnerable, my government allocated Kenya shillings 90 million in the last financial year and a similar amount this financial year, totaling to Kenya shillings 180 million. This translates to 6 million per ward in terms of bursary. In the financial year 2013-14, a total of 11,426 applicants benefited from this bursary scheme. In addition to this, and in order to empower our youth in various technical skills for self-employment, we have established a revolving fund of Kenya shillings 30 million per year to train them in collaboration with the Rift Valley Technical Training Institute. A total of 600 trainees, 20 per ward, are currently undergoing the training at a cost of 50,000 per student per year. We are also currently negotiating with Eldoret Polytechnic to expand the program to provide other skill courses. Honorable Speaker, further to this, we allocated Kenya shillings 30 million in the 2013 financial year and a further 24 million in the current year for development of infrastructure in 12 identified youth polytechnics. Our strategic vision is to construct a youth polytechnic per ward. Due to recorded low enrollment, inadequate facilities, and low staffing, my government decided to develop 12 polytechnics, 2 per sub-county. However, we are not losing the ultimate vision of developing 1 polytechnic per ward as per our CIDP. In future, it will be necessary to identify certain polytechnics to specialize in specific courses in order to reduce the cost of equipping and training materials. Honorable Speaker, to further improve the quality of education in primary and secondary schools, my government, in collaboration with the national government and county education board, will continue to invest in quality assurance, assessment, and capacity building. To ensure children with special needs access education, my government has set aside 10 acres to construct and equip a special school. As regards to sports, my government is keen in nurturing talents in our youth. And to achieve this, we intend to upgrade 1 playground per ward. The refurbishment of Kipchoge Keino Stadium is on its final stages. The design works for 64 Stadium is also complete. In the social services sector, the rehabilitation and repatriation of street children at the rescue center is ongoing. This is an expensive exercise that requires support from all people of goodwill. We are in the process of constructing a boys' dormitory at the rescue center, and the girls' dormitory will be done in future as a holding ground for counseling and preparation for repatriation. To ensure inclusion of all persons in government tenders, my government regularly monitors to ensure persons with disability are given their rightful share in tenders and job opportunities. Currently, the county has engaged a deaf cleaning company for cleaning services at the county headquarters. Honorable Speaker, through the culture sector, we promote talent of our youth through participation in music competition, urban art exhibition, and workshops. We have also partnered with the Chinese government, Mo University, and Donghua University of China, and recently opened a Confucius Institute at Rivertex to teach Chinese language and culture in anticipation of the increasing volume of trade between Kenya and China, and in particular was in Gishu County. Finally, in this sector, we have also revived Homecraft Training Center and have allocated funds to construct additional classrooms and modern kitchen. We call upon our people to take advantage of this facility to acquire skills that will enable them start income generating activities. Public Service Management Department. Honorable Speaker, in public service management, we have carried out programs to enhance service delivery in the county. My government takes cognizance of the fact that human resource is very important and key in turning around all the factors of production. As a result of this, we have taken our staff through training and development programs, locally and internationally, so as to build their capacities for better performance. This has helped in staff motivation, team building, and promotion of good corporate governance. In line with modern management practices, performance management tools were developed, and consequently, performance contracts were signed to help in performance improvement. Honorable Speaker, on staff establishment and rationalization, my government, in conjunction with the national government, carried out a capacity assessment and rationalization of public service. The report from the consultants, together with the organogram recently approved, will guide in strategic placement of staff according to their skills and competencies. We have also implemented the headcount report and developed the payroll. To support this, we have engaged an HR policy formulation to govern our HR procedures and processes so as to mitigate the challenges of human resource management. which were encountered on the onset of devolution. These challenges include resistance to change, organizational culture, merging and integration of staff to create synergy. We are currently working on an HIV/AIDS workplace policy to assist in management of the pandemic. Honorable Speaker, on payroll management, we have implemented the integrated personnel and payroll data. We have also continuously updated the payroll by removing those who exit through natural attrition, transfers, secondments, and resignation, and we are up to date in salary payment. My government has also made improvements in our central registry by amalgamating records from the defunct local authorities, the defunct Eldoret Municipal Council, Warren County Council, and Burnt Forest Town Council. Bulk filers have been installed to accommodate many files in order to fast-track the retrieval of records. At the central registry, we have computerized the filing system. To enhance service delivery and customer service, we have developed a customer service charter, which is ready for submission for the necessary adoption and implementation. This has improved our customer experience. Honorable Speaker, as part of our strategy of good governance and in the spirit of new constitutional dispensation, we have engaged our citizens in participatory decision-making through civic education meetings, print and electronic media. To take services closer to the people, we have operationalized sub-county and ward offices. In the current financial year, my government allocated 30 million for construction of 3 sub-county offices. And in the next financial year, we shall allocate funds for construction of the remaining 3. Honorable Speaker, to foster intergovernmental relations, we have engaged in strategic partnership with both the national and international governments, as earlier highlighted on the sister cities of Scottsdale, Arizona, and Minneapolis, who have carried out capacity building programs of our employees. On security, we have taken our enforcement team through a very comprehensive and rigorous training that's effectively enforcing the county laws. Our enforcement team, together with the Alcoholic Drinks Control Board and the county security team, are working to curb brewing and consumption of illicit brew, which is an enemy of development. Honorable Speaker, we have established a legal section to handle litigation matters, representation, drafting of bills, agreements, memorandum of understandings, and provide advisory services to various departments. So far, the county has enacted 26 pieces of legislation. The county flag, emblems, names, and titles bill recently passed will help to create identity that is unique for us as a county. Honorable Speaker, to ensure efficiency and effectiveness in service delivery, my government will endeavor to continuously improve the work environment. This can only be achieved through deliberate efforts for continuous improvement, capacity building, and team building, so that together we build a strong and bold brand Uasin Gishu County. Finance and Economic Planning Department. Honorable Speaker, the Department of Finance and Economic Planning is mandated to monitor, evaluate, and oversee the management of public finances and economic affairs of the county government. In this regard, we have ably coordinated the implementation of both development projects and recurrent activities in the county through transparent and accountable procurement and financial management systems. In compliance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and the Public Finance Management Act 2012, my government has observed fiscal responsibility principles in the management of public funds, and we have timely prepared the following policies which are necessary to run the government: County Integrated Development Plan, budget estimates for the financial year 2013-14, 2014-15, Finance Bill for 2014 and 2015, County Budget Review Outlook Paper 2014, County Fiscal Strategy Paper 2014 and 2015. In addition, my government has developed the following policies to address specific needs of financial management: Asset Finance Policy 2014, Project Implementation Management Committees Act 2014 and its regulation, County Assembly Car and Mortgage Scheme Policy 2014. Honorable Speaker, to improve efficiency and effective accountability in financial management, my government has implemented Integrated Financial Management System, IFMIS, as deployed by the National Treasury, and currently plan to budget and procure to pay modules are fully implemented. Honorable Speaker, in order to comply with the law and maintain a good relationship with the national government and its agencies, my government has complied with statutory obligations on reporting as per the requirements of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, Public Procurement and Disposal Act 2005, and other legislation. In addition, Honorable Speaker, we have ensured that all statutory deductions payable to the Kenya Revenue Authority, National Social Security Fund, National Hospital Insurance Fund, and the Higher Education Loans Board have been timely remitted. We have also worked closely with the Office of the Controller of Budget to ensure funds are availed on time to run all government programs. Honorable Speaker, in order to adequately fund our programs, resource mobilization is paramount. The national transfers are limited, and therefore the need to improve revenue collection remains the ultimate focus of my government. In order to maximize revenue collection, we are in the process of automating revenue collection and management. Reforms on revenue will be pursued with the objective to broaden revenue base and improve local revenue collection. To this end, my government will institute measures to further expand the revenue base and reduce leakages through review of the valuation role, minimization of cash handling through direct banking, and use of ICT technologies. Honorable Speaker, we have managed to increase revenue collection by the end of the third quarter of this financial year. Kenya shilling 704,327,405 compared to 474,117,891 of the third quarter of 2013-14, despite various capacity challenges. Honorable Speaker, in order to ensure our assets are adequately safeguarded, my government has established an independent unit to oversee management of the same. This will ensure that all assets are identified, properly maintained, and secured. In addition, Honorable Speaker, we are currently in the process of procuring an asset management system and tagging of all government assets in order to minimize misuse or any unlikely instances of loss. To ensure proper asset management, an asset management policy has been developed to oversee the management of all county government assets. Honorable Speaker, as we implement our development programs, we have and will continue to comply with the Public Procurement and Disposal Act of 2005 and subsequent regulations. The presidential decree that allocation of 30% of public tenders to youth, women, and persons living with disability has been fully complied with to promote affirmative action in empowering the youth and women. In addition, we have registered 609 groups under the Access to Government Procurement Opportunities as per the national government policy. Honorable Speaker, now allow me to briefly comment on emerging issues. On matters of security, we appreciate that our country is going through very difficult moments in history. My government supports the initiative of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, that has put in place to respond to the prevailing security challenges in the country. I urge the President to stand firm for non-negotiable demand for human dignity, the rule of law, freedom of worship, religious and ethnic tolerance, and equitable justice that are currently under threat from the shadowing networks of terrorist groups. Honorable Speaker, freedom to live in liberty without fear is a right and true for all people everywhere. Fathers and mothers in all societies want their children to be educated and to live freely from poverty and violence. The only path to peace and security is the path of action. History will judge us harshly, those who had the opportunity to forestall and fail to act. We therefore demand that deliberate action, which includes but not limited to the full involvement of county governments and management of security within the county, is embarked on. On our part, the county government pledges manpower, community networks, personnel, and coordination so that together we can stem out these common dangers of terrorism, violence, and chaos. Honorable Speaker, it is sad to report that it is now confirmed that out of the 148 lives lost during Garissa attack, 4 of the students were from this county. I wish to state categorically that leaders from northeastern Kenya and the Kenya Muslim community at large should come out strongly to identify the Al-Shabaab members, financiers, agents of recruitment in their midst, and madrasa teachers who are involved in radicalization of our youth. To the families of departed youth, I say their death is a great loss to this county and to this country. It is a grief that we live forever struggle to come to terms with now, that we will not be able to see their gentle youth smiles and listen to them. The memories they have left behind would remain an ever-living source of fortitude and encouragement. The entire county is united in thoughts and prayers during these difficult moments. My government will support each of the affected families with Kenya shillings 200,000 to assist in the funeral arrangements. Honorable Speaker, in view of this attack, I wish to ask the National Security Team to deploy enough security personnel in all our learning institutions to avert future attacks. Honorable Speaker, the County Security Committee has put in place measures to ensure all aliens without proper immigration documents, agents of radicalization of our youth, are arrested and charged. We advise parents to report any of their missing children or any suspiciously looking characters in their midst to security agencies, and also embrace the Nyumba Kumi initiative to enhance security. Any person who fails to do so will be treated as an accomplice of the terror network. Residents are warned against employing foreigners as their farmhands without proper identification, and particularly of concern are those from Uganda who have committed heinous crimes, such as the recently reported cases of sodomy of 15 boys by a Ugandan national and an arson attack of a village elder in Ziwa. All security agencies in the county are advised to perform their duties with all diligence and commitment. In conclusion, as we express gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to other words, but to live by them. I know our county will continue to be successful if all of us continue in the same direction with the aim of improving the quality of life for all. William Henry said, "The job of government is not to confer happiness, but to give people opportunity to be happy." Together, we will create the opportunity for every person to have resources they need. Together, we will create the opportunity for every person, the opportunity and the promise to children to provide the best that we give. Together, we will use every opportunity to ensure that residents in North County, South County, in all neighborhoods, East and West, will feel safe by simply putting their safety first. Together, we'll jumpstart new economic development opportunities and ensure our business continue to thrive. Today, I reaffirm my commitment to work with all of you towards achieving these opportunities. It will be a long road, and at times a difficult path forward, but I am ready for the challenge. I know you are ready for the challenge too. And I know our community is ready for the challenge. Finally, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Honorable Speaker, together with this speech, I have annexed detailed information of each department's projects and associated costs. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Uasin Gishu. God bless Kenya.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Honorable members, that this having been a sitting where His Excellency was to address this County Assembly, that marks the end of business for the day. The House therefore stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 14th April 2015 at 2:30.